What's up guys? The Evolve Hunter is one of the most fun and busted cards in the game. And the first player to rush to Ultimate Champion when no one else was there used this Evolved Hunter deck. If you defend with Mega Knight, Prince, or Inferno Dragon, and counter push when the opponent's down elixir if they've overcommitted, they're done for. But with the addition of Evolved Hunter, that's completely changed. When you match into Electro Giant and they pull in the Inferno Dragon with Tornado into the E-Giant so they reset your Inferno Dragon, you can actually rely on the Evolved Hunter to hold your opponent's Electro Giant in place so they get 0 damage. By holding your opponent's units in place with the Hunter Net, knocking them back with the Evolved Mega Knight, and then freezing on top of it, it is the most toxic defensive deck in the game. And the deck is optimized with Dagger Duchess so you can beat Goblin Barrel decks without having to play Log or Bar Barrel or Arrows to completely clean up the Goblin Barrel. It's time to net some wins and assert dominance. And huge Hunter love to everyone that's supporting the channel with credit code SirTag. We got a game against Pape Chris. I really read the name as Papa for a sec, so I don't really know where this game is going, but I guess if we go for a Hog Rider at the start, we're going to find some semblance of direction. So most of the time, opponents will respond to that either tornadoing, building, or overcommitting like that, and cycling 5 elixir into a 4 elixir card, and then giving us kind of a clue on what he's going to do. Log bait, most likely, right? Oh no, this is bad for me. He's going to try to activate King. Okay. I thought he was going to try to activate King, so I was pre-planting my Prince as early as possible, because typically what happens is they'll tornado or they'll use the cannon in that spot and then Ice Spirit lower. And if they Ice Spirit lower, the cannon will get jumped on by the Mega Knight, and then the Mega Knight will jump onto the Ice Spirit and then activate King Tower. So, like, you know, where I'm hovering the bomber, they'll just drop their Ice Spirit there, and then that's just so unfortunate. Ooh, we got a little bit of chip damage. Not bad. Dagger Duchess into Log Bait is the entire reason that this deck is able to function. Like, if you don't have double small spells and you play into someone with Goblin Barrel or Goblin Gang and all these cards, notice how well this bomber is going to do. With the Dagger Duchess firing fast, the goblins don't last. So, because of that, I'm able to cost effectively defend by cycling a card with my tower, and it works and allows you to essentially build decks that cover the weaknesses. Because when you're playing Clash Royale in 2025 and all the cards in the game are just such a big difference compared to the original form, it means that you kind of have to adjust and account for a lot of things that you were not previously having to worry about. For instance, you wouldn't have to worry about 67 different log bait cards, right? There's so many that people can choose from, especially like the evolutions too. Oh, the Mega Knight! Jeez, that's crazy. All right, I think just go in for this in that spot so it takes the targeting from the Dark Goblin. That was a really good Prince placement, by the way. It hit the goblins and it timed perfectly, so then Dark Goblin did not damage the tower. Usually that doesn't work out as well for me. Worked really well there. Prince is going to go back and outranges the Valkyrie. That's insane. All right, the freeze was not my best work. If you Hunter in this spot, it should be able to kill all the goblins like so. So despite the freeze not being great, the Hunter, he put in the work. So yeah, that Hunter placement is perfect if you're able to accomplish that. So I'm going to go in for a bomber here and expect our opponent to spam at the bridge potentially. Might be able to kill that and bait out a cannon. Yes, so it's a -1 trade for us, but we killed the Dark Goblin, so it's essentially 6 elixir for 4 with the Hog Rider, so +2, we take those all day long. We're slowly recouping the investment that we lost with that horrendous freeze. And I think if you haven't played freeze before, those interactions will happen a lot. Like, first game for us, you know, we're going to mess up quite a bit with freeze until we get acclimated and, you know, more used to the chilly and freezy weather, the frigid weather out here. All right, we're going to hold the Valkyrie in place with the Evolved Hunter and see how this goes. But even after the Hunter dies, we still are able to hold the Valkyrie, which is really cool. And we're going to freeze when the Prince gets close because then he's dead. If we get the Prince or Inferno Dragon on the tower, the game's just over. The Hog Rider is getting guaranteed damage because it goes straight towards the tower. But the Prince or the Inferno Dragon, they're never supposed to end up there. Pointy and fiery things are scary for every opponent. And I gotta say, the Clash Royale birthday banners hit different this season. Definitely some of the best artwork I've ever seen from them. Okay, bro's got Royal Giant in the banner. I think that's probably the most commonly played card with the Evolved Hunter. Everyone's just been playing Hunter regularly with the Royal Giant, so makes sense for people to just put it in the deck. Oh my gosh, there's no way, man. You're just gonna give me that type of generous present right out of the bat. Bro is cycling his Royal Hogs into a Mega Knight. So I'm an Inferno Dragon, and this is the dangerous thing about our deck, is if we get any bit of an advantage, we will capitalize and try to kill you. It might not work here, but I'm gonna try to get redemption for my horrible freeze last time. So I bet you he uses Electro Spirit or something, and we could freeze it. I mean, maybe we can just take the tower. Okay, cool. That's fine as well. That's real chill with me if you want to go in for arrows on my Inferno Dragon. Because if I freeze, it's going to be a -1 trade for us, but we got a lot of damage, and he doesn't get counter push with the arrows. Obviously, it just stick in the ground, and now we don't even see them anymore. So basically, 1 elixir just to hurt his grass and make his kingdom mow it down a little bit more. I don't even know what happens to the arrows. Like, who cleans that up? Who cleans up the battlefield?
It's me.
Who pays the elixir to magically vanish it? Are there wizards behind the arena? Is it just like Squid Game? Are there things watching? I don't know. I'm a hog here, and this is a joke, right? I'm playing against 3 Musketeers when I have no big spell. Oh, this is going to be brutal. I can't freeze, because if I freeze, I lose. I think I have to eat an entire Musketeer, and then maybe Inferno Dragon on one of the Musketeers as it locks onto my tower. I don't think I want a Mega Knight here. But maybe I do. I'll Mega Knight because it seems like this guy's not applying dual lane pressure. If he applied dual lane pressure, I would have had to let one of the Musketeers lock onto my tower, and then I would Inferno Dragon afterward. Ooh, wait. Screw it, let's freeze, because I think we might be able to kill his Hunter and do some splash damage on the tower. Oh, come on, Mega Knight, you're going to troll me like that? You only clipped just the Rail Ghost. Oh, that is incredible that worked out so well for you, bro. I wasn't ready for that. At least we don't take too much damage from his Hunter spray onto our tower. Still something, but it's not that bad. I'm going to go Prince because I didn't feel comfortable hog ridering. I just want to deal damage to his units, and in case we get a bad interaction, I think that's the best play. All right, we're going to Mega Knight, obviously, on the right. I think we're going to do it early as well. And then we can Hunter directly on the left. Yeah, I just wanted to Mega Knight early so I didn't leak too much elixir. I'm going to freeze because he went for a Barb Brill. Smart play from our opponent. All right, so how does the Evolved Hunter do here? Just holds the Musketeer in place, and the Musketeer doesn't even target us. Wait, if we freeze, we win. Oh, can we zap his Hunter so then we can... Yes! But no, wait, we're frozen too. Oh, that's rough. Okay, he's going to Royal Hogs and do a 3-1 split. We're going to Hunter here. And that's going to be more than enough to clean up the piggies. And I have to Mega Knight on the other side. With a Mega Knight Evolution and a Hog Rider and a freeze, I think we got him. This is going to be a push of doom, my dude, because you don't have the Evolved Hunter. Our Mega Knight's tanking. I don't know if he's going to be able to clean this up. We actually don't want to reset his Musketeer until it starts targeting our Hog Rider. We're going to zap here as well. Ideally, you don't want the stuns to overlap, right? When you're going for a freeze, you don't want to then use your zap as the freeze is in play. You rather go freeze, and then right about as the freeze is about to end, then you can zap to have that extra 0.5 second stun, so the freeze is effectively longer. But since bro cycled skeletons and had some other stuff there, I felt like the zap early was a good play. So this guy brought out the weird goblin laughter emote. He's doing it again. He did it at the start, he did it again, and I don't know. I feel like he's just so emotionally attached to running toxic stuff. Whether it's the Royal Recruits or the goblin game mode that no one wanted to play. My man is running everything that no one wanted to play into. Holy heck. He's literally going to have barbarians as well for an extra layer of defense. So it's going to be interesting to match into. I'm going to Hog Rider here because the barbs are out of cycle when he spent a bunch of elixir. Okay. All right. I'm going to zap because then I get extra hits and 100% worth. We Bomber in this particular position. It will go and pull him a little bit more, and I like that. Also enables our Dagger Duchess from the other side to potentially get some action. Interesting deck. Barbarians and Royal Recruits. Not something you see every day. Usually, they work against each other. Whenever I drop Royal Recruits on offense and I'm playing against Lava Hound, they'll just drop their barbs in the middle and cancel out my Recruits for a +2 elixir trade. It's one of the most infuriating things to face. So, the fact that he's just so toxic with the emotes, pretty funny. I think that most of the chances that he gets to go for Royal Recruits, he'll do it. I do want to go in for the Inferno Dragon left side and kind of slow roll our defense if we can. Want to go Mega Knight as well, because those charging recruits are way more problematic than the other ones on the other side. Even though we took a lot more damage, I think it's okay for us to do that. Oh, Firecracker, man, I don't have a good response to that at all. Most of the time, you want to use Zap to stop it from like knocking itself back. Like right now, I'm going to Zap it, so then we delay its animation so we could kill it a bit more reliably. I think that's the strat. I could freeze with that Inferno Dragon. I was just like thinking about it if I didn't do it. He doesn't have his barbs back in cycle, so we should hog right now. I don't know if I should freeze. He's holding elixir, so I didn't feel comfy doing that. Did we have Hunter here? And then Mega Knight as well. And then maybe the Hunter is going to be able to throw a net on that. Please? Please don't let me net the loss. All right, not bad. Wait, the Hunter traveled. It went to the right side. Literally, the right side was the right side for us, Hunter. Hell yeah. We love seeing that. Okay, there's a chance that this Hunter allows me to do the dance of victory. I'm going to freeze. Firecracker should get cooked. Then I zap. There's no way. Yo, his Firecracker's just frozen. Yo, screw that. Screw that Firecracker. Ain't nobody like that card. None of my homies like Firecracker. Okay, I might lose. I don't know. Coming down to the wire here. He's cloning. What? What are you doing, you madman? Okay, wait. As long as we don't get 3 crown, we're fine. I don't have to zap that. I think I can freeze on offense and win. I need the Hog Rider to get through. Yeah, let's go. What was that match? What was that game? Probably the most toxic player I've ever played into from a gameplay perspective, and just laughing the entire time playing it. At least he probably had fun with his toxic deck, and I know I had fun beating him. All right, El Tornado. Please don't have Tornado. I have a Hog Rider. I think we're testing fate right now. If he tornadoes, then his name checks out. He didn't do it. Let's go. Tornado, no. Bad jokes here only. That's what's up. Why? We just escaped that. We barely beat it. And we're back at it again, boys. Okay. I hope he spams all of his stuff on one side and loses. Royal Recruits are really bad into Dagger Duchess, so there is that benefit. The bad thing is, you know, a lot of these Royal Recruits players are not regular Royal Recruits players. They're always running some weird stuff, like barbs. That last guy, not ideal. Firecracker again with cannon. Great. That's exactly what we didn't want to play into. You know what? Let's just do this. I was kind of weirded out by the fact that guy went in for Firecracker and then did that. It's just a lot. It's a lot. Spending a lot of interesting elixir here. If he's going to go in for Cannon, Firecracker, Royal Hogs, all in quick succession of each other, I think I might be able to go in for a Hog Rider freeze and single elixir, which is something that I told you guys like never to do. With these types of decks, you're generally better off building up big pushes. But if he's down elixir, one of the bigger benefits of running Hog Rider freeze into Dagger Duchess is the daggers don't replenish. If you guys, you know, saw what was happening there, the daggers were literally frozen and she wasn't able to replenish her arsenal and ammo. So when it gets unfrozen, she still has to do extra work to start getting more daggers to throw at my Hog Rider. So freeze is one of the best cards in the game into Dagger Duchess. So it's cool to get this type of matchup, I guess. We might want to just let that go. It's not extraordinarily scary for me. Dagger Duchess does really well into the Firecracker. Could only do one shot. And it's on the side that doesn't matter to me. I'm cycling Inferno Dragons in the back because they don't leap head first into Royal Recruits and die. So that's always a vibe. I'm going to freeze here so then we can keep the Bomber healthy. And we can rely on the Mega Knight cleaning everything else up. I like the fact that the Skeleton Dragons die because those are the scariest things. Never mind. Scratch that. This Lumberjack is pretty annoying. I do want it to die on his side of the arena. Any way I can kill it? Yes, it died! It got popped early! Oh my gosh. Let's Hunter on offense and hopefully freeze whatever he's running. I wanted to freeze a unit. It would just be funny to freeze a unit so then the Hog Rider can get extra damage with the Hunter. Oh my gosh. Okay. Wait. That zap was pretty mid. Oh, there's no way! Hunter, you're beautiful. You're beautiful, Hunter. We're hunting W's out here only. All right. I'm going to freeze on defense. I was waiting for his Royal Hogs. It doesn't really matter because there's no shot that you're able to do 2,400 damage in 1 second, man. Those are not evolved Royal Hogs that have multiple Hog Rider hammers on their backs. I'm not going to lie, El Tornado probably wishes he had Tornado because with Cannon and NATO, that matchup would have been significantly more scary. Still matching into Royal Recruits with Cannon is kind of crazy because that hits our Hog Rider with a -1 elixir trade every time. All right, let's go, Mr. Marco. Our strategy is to go in for the Hunter whenever we get the opportunity because it is my favorite card to spam in the game. Usually, I don't really like evolutions, but Hunter and we get along so well. I want to go and catch a bowler in our trap and then make sure that our Hog Rider is able to just like hammer away with no problems. Nothing but good vibes. I wonder if the Hunter hits the tower here. Yeah, I knew it. I felt it. Hunter, two-time. The two-time. Okay. I should be able to get an Inferno Dragon down. I don't think it's a bad decision. And we might even Mega Knight at the bridge. Because the Electro Dragon by itself into a Dagger Duchess is pitiful. Ooh, I want a Zapper Freeze. Reset his Inferno Dragon, so my Mega Knight is going to accomplish more. And soar to the sky and watch our opponent's towers just cry. There's no shot that he's happy here. I wonder if he just loses his entire tower. Yeah, screw that. I'm freezing. No!
I am your father, Jake.
No! Oh, the freaking Princess Arrow was in the air. I was playing with fire, and he was playing with fire. The situation was dire, but it didn't work. And all I can do is rhyme because I'm that disappointed right now. I'm just defaulting to my brain being broken. Just as broken as that Inferno Dragon would have been. Sag times. You either win by the freeze or die by the freeze. There's no in between. I gotta make sure I lock in right now. Last game of the day. We're not allowed to lose. Also, I super enjoy when those freezes win me games, but I guess it is a bit more exciting to match it to someone like this and get a more of a scary spot for y'all. We're going to try to cycle our Hunter off to the side so we still get a good angle on the balloon. He did the same thing as me! Our stupidity is infectious. But our placement of that Hunter was astoundingly awesome. Like, the bowler did not hit it. And also on top of that, like, oh, sorry. Did the bowler hit the tower ended? I don't think it did. I'd be wrong. Ooh. I don't think this is smart. I'm doing it anyway. Nothing less than a full send here ever, right? All right, we're to hog, so then he has to spend elixir. Oh. Okay. That's a thing. If we do this. Hunter? It pulled the wrong thing. It wasn't supposed to pull the balloon. It wasn't supposed to pull the balloon. But I think if he expects this freeze to 3-crown me, then that would be funny. Kind of has to go for the 3-crown, right? Do we have to go for the 3-crown? I'm confused. Confusion hurt myself. No. All right, we're going to freeze here on offense because all we need is like one hit and then I'm happy. I'm a happy sir. I might be a winning sir, but I am happy. He's going to balloon. Let's preemptively drop our Hunter in the middle and predict him. Oh, he's just done. He gave up. He didn't want to play anymore. He's just defending. GG and well played, Mr. Marcos. I love how offensive this deck is while simultaneously having solid defense with Hunters and Inferno Dragons. When you pair it with Freeze, you have the best of both worlds, being able to incinerate anything your opponent throws at you while being able to snag the tower in seconds if you're a bit better with Freeze than me. However, even without using Freeze on defense, the Hunter and Inferno Dragon's firepower against your opponent's freezes, leading their units before they expect them to die, causing them to waste precious elixir like you saw on my end and my opponent's. The Hunter and Inferno Dragon damage is actually unbelievable. Net the like button, subscribe for more daily content, and have an amazing rest of your day.